rewrite what had happened.
Ugh.
And then it just goes all back to normal again.
Ugh.
So yeah.
That sounds bad.
Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. That is another good one. The animation doesn't take as much of a hit. Like, clearly it's not in the same production as, like, a regular Disney animated movie.
Especially Lion King being probably the most visually striking Disney movie.
Yeah, if not, it's definitely up there. It's,
yeah.
Personally, my personal favorite Disney animated movie. But,
yeah.
Its sequel was really good. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, one of the few good direct video ones.
Isn't Hunchback 2 like really weird?
It's really bad.
Yeah.
That's another really bad one.
Doesn't he like creep on a little girl?
No, she looks a little bit younger, but I think she's like the same age as they are.
Oh.
And there's like a whole thing about like where Phoebus is randomly racist, even though he's married to Esmeralda, and they have like a 5-year-old kid.
That's still not as bad as Pocahontas too. They're just like, oh, I'll give you a new prince. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
You get a new love interest.
And then the old one shows up again.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. He totes does.
What a shit. Like, hey, it's my movie? Nope. Well, I'm going home then.
But yeah, the Aladdin movies, because Aladdin, Return of Jafar, I actually enjoy it. Like, I can sit down and I can watch it just because I really like the Aladdin verse.
Aladdin 3 was really good.
Oh yeah, like, as a movie itself, Aladdin 3 beats the living shit out of Aladdin 2. And if you were a kid growing up in the 90s, you
watched the Aladdin TV series too, which was also really good.
Yeah.
Like, Aladdin was just the one, I think, that lent itself so well to building a universe. Because I remember...
Yeah.
I was kind of mixed on the Lion King show.
Oh, the Timon and Pumbaa?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Just
It
because
was a little too goofy for me.
Yeah, I mean, but I've always liked characters like that. I mean, my shirt literally says, keep calm and Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
So...
The Little Mermaid one was a little weird. Was there a Beauty and the Beast one?
No.
I don't think so, yeah.
No, yeah, but, I mean, the Little Mermaid one was obviously steered more toward girls.
The Mulan show was...
There was a Mulan?
I think so.
I don't remember there being one. I know there was a Hercules one, which was really
Hercules
weird.
was like, really weird. He was like a teen, and he had like Icarus as a friend.
And they actually had a crossover with Aladdin for an episode or two.
That's cool.
Where Hades plucks Jafar out of the fucking dead soup.
I could have sworn there was a Mulan series.
I just don't remember there being one.
Put in the comment section if you know. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, maybe you got just comment. Shit, Dave. Do some research. I could have sworn there was one.
Alright,
let's move on to another topic. Classic movies, because we've seen them do somewhat. And now they're going on to Cinderella. What Disney movie would you like to see them do a live action version of? What do you think has the best chance of...
Well, we already know they're doing Beauty and the Beast, which is Guillermo del Toro. So I have really high hopes for that one. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up too much.
I'm a little worried on that just because I've heard some things about it, just as far as, like, you know, they don't want it to be dark and gothic, which is kind of weird in that's pretty much
it is.
You're like, well, you want to do a Gargoyles movie, eh? You don't want it to be scary, though.
Oh, yeah. Waiting on that one, too.
Yeah, get on it, Disney.
Well, we'll talk about that when we get into the 90s cartoons. But,
alright, so, Aladdin.
Aladdin would be a really good one.
I think the only thing I think that holds that movie back from being amazing is the passing of Robin Williams. Yeah. And that he can't play the genie. But, I don't know who you would cast. I mean...
Dan Castellaneta?
Well, I assume they'd want to keep it with Middle Eastern actors.
Probably.
But, I mean, the genie was just such a weird character. You kind of cast anybody to be the genie, but he has to fill huge shoes. Like, that cast a deep shadow. So, I mean, I think that is literally the only thing that holds that movie back from being amazing. I mean, like, you bring in, an unknown actor and shoot a lot of parkour scenes where you could just use those for the trailers, visually striking. You dolly your camera through, like, alleys, wherever you want to shoot, Morocco or whatever, and you just see him, like, jumping over buildings, sprinting away. You got the guards chasing him.
Yeah.
Then Jasmine, I mean, you'd have to massively fuck up casting to not have Jasmine just be beautiful. I mean, everything about her lends herself to being, like, pretty much the most beautiful.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jasmine's probably I'd say Jasmine's arguably the most. What's the word I'm looking for? Desirable.
Yeah, like,
of the Disney
what you're kind of
heroines.
into, Jasmine is pretty much one of the sexiest princesses. Whereas a lot of the other ones are very conservative with a giant poofy dress, and whereas Jasmine is
He was basically wearing just like a bikini top and
sheer pants. Yeah. So I don't know how they would do that, if they would keep that kind of look to her, something a little bit more realistic. But just a beautiful character. Jafar could be really fun. I don't know who you'd want to cast.
Oh god, he would be. I can't think of anybody. Next movie I'm thinking of, Hunchback. Christopher Lee as Frollo.
I just don't know how you could do that movie. And that Frollo is such a creepy bastard. Like, to do that live action, like, I just imagine it would bring a lot of, like, unwanted eyes. I don't know if Christopher Lee could sing. Because goddamn it, if Hellfire isn't in the Hunchback live action movie, done out, like, full force, just belted out, I'd be butthurt.
Yeah.
I
mean, they'll probably go and do some more, like, princess movies. Now they're doing Cinderella. They just did Management. They'll probably do Snow White.
You'd have to have some strong actors to bring me in on that one.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean,
you know which one I think? Well, I wouldn't consider it a classic, but it could be a really fun live action. Black Cauldron. I think you look at that like that Hobbit kind of audience, the Middle Earth kind of people, but but like that kind of audience, and you could do Black Cauldron really fun. I don't know who you'd want to bring in to be Gurgi, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Gurgi. But that could be a very fun, very marketable character done right. You'd be looking at like a new Rocket, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know really.
I mean, the problem people had with him, like, basically get Jar Jar Binks with the voice of Meatwad.
Yeah.
That's what Gurgi is, basically.
So like you have to make him a lot cuter, and
you have to retool his ass.
Well, I think that's why. Because I thought Black Cauldron was quite a bit older, just because of how shitty the art is in it. In my opinion, like it looks like a very old Disney movie, but apparently it's not.
No, it was done right before Oliver and Company, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So I think you give that, and you don't skimp out, and you enhance the movie. I think that has a chance to be huge, bigger than the original. In all honesty.
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't take too much.
What else we got on there? All right, I got one real quick. The big four newest Disney movies. You get one sequel. What do you want?
Okay.
Yeah, Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, Big Hero.
I mean, just because I'm a big gamer and I really enjoyed what they did with Wreck-It Ralph, some of the things that I've heard. I heard if they do end up doing a Wreck-It Ralph 2, they want Mario to be, like, more involved in the movie, and that he wasn't involved at all in the first.
And just to give you a very basic rule in this, we live in a utopia where all the actors and writers and everyone comes back for the sequel. So, Wreck-It Ralph?
I would definitely say Wreck-It Ralph.
Any major plot point you'd like to hit?
I don't know. I mean, the movie did well, despite being like their universe is very limited. And obviously being a gamer, it was weird to see characters like Sonic be in an arcade when there are no Sonic arcade games like that. And I don't know, like, I mean, obviously this is how they did the movie, but I can't think of anything too particular that I would want to see in terms of plot.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe play on the whole villain thing. Like, maybe because Ralph is becoming more of a popular character, and that he's more buddy-buddy with his characters. The other villains might
I guess it
do
really
something.
wasn't a fair question, and that all four of those movies kind of have very solid endings. Like,
Yeah.
Big Hero, in my opinion, is the obvious answer, just because it has the universe already built, so you can kind of go with it. Like, I really like Tangled, but
There's not really a whole lot you could do with it.
yeah, like what,
Now that her hair is gone.
Yeah, like her,
Spoiler alert.
her gimmick's gone. Have you heard anything about the new one they're doing? The one about the, I want to say it's either Indonesian, Polynesian princess?
Yeah, I heard about that.
You haven't heard anything else about it?
They haven't really released too much information,
As
as far as I know.
I think Frozen being as big as it was probably pushed that back, if I had to guess. They're probably trying to fast light and get out Frozen 2 as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Which I can't exactly blame them after, like, Frozen Mania ran wild on everybody's ass.
Yeah.
All these little kids.
A sequel that I didn't get a chance to talk about, which is kind of weird because there's 2 sequels for Lilo and Stitch. You have the one that leads into the cartoon, which I actually enjoyed, and then you have, like, I think it was in theaters, Stitch Has a Glitch. And that one, like, it didn't look like it was going to be that good. And I can see why some people wouldn't like it, because there's not a whole lot going on in it. But it deals with, like, a lot of, like, emotional stuff. And I liked it. I was surprised at how much I actually liked it. Because Lilo and Stitch, like, I don't want to call it underrated, but I don't think people put it as high as it should be. I don't know if that's weird to say.
See, I am very mixed on Lilo and Stitch, but you really like it.
Oh, I fucking love it. I think that, because you could have put that movie anywhere.
Yeah.
And it could have been exactly the same. You could have put it in fucking any country, any, like, city, and you could have made the story exactly the same. You know, you might have had to tweak a few things for reason why Stitch just didn't get up and leave. Because the reason why he couldn't leave is because his molecular density was so incredibly high, he couldn't swim. So the fact that he landed in the middle of Hawaii, kind of went in with that. But Hawaii, like, the fact that they put all of that culture, and it just felt like it just meshed together, like, so well for me. And I'm also a big Elvis fan, so the fact that the soundtrack is half, like, traditional Hawaiian mixed with Elvis was just like...
Yeah, I do like that.
I thought that was just, like, who came up with that? Like, I just thought that was a really well thought out, very well done movie. And it touched, like, that whole thing with family. And I think the fact that it was also had Hawaiian culture in it definitely made that connection from Lilo to Stitch. And the rest of the characters just all the more, significant.
Alright, do you want to get into the last topic for the Disney movie section?
We got 2 more, alright.
Oh, we got 2 more?
Alright, first of all, we'll do this one first. Alright, the music. Disney known for having amazing music. Usually their soundtracks have very catchy songs.
So well.
Do very well.
Look at Frozen.
I mean, that one song, people are still singing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's... And it's a fucking catchy song. I'm not gonna lie.
Which is weird because it's not even my favorite song in Frozen, but Let It Go was huge.
Yeah. And there's a lot of, like, every other, like, of the newer Disney movies, like, I guess I can see why Wreck-It Ralph and Big Hero didn't have big numbers, because I guess they reserved that kind of stuff for more of a princess movie.
Yeah.
And I can't really see them.
But the music in the movies was good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know how I would have felt if Baymax just started singing. But, any movies whose music you didn't like? Or, let's go underrated music.
Okay.
Why Should I Worry? Why Should I Care?
Yeah.
Oliver and Company.
People don't give that song by Billy Joel is awesome. I love that song. I don't know, there's
Girl Worth Fighting For? Everything, all the songs in Mulan are pretty awesome.
Yeah, like, I think Mulan has a very underrated soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like, it's not talked about nearly as much, except in our group of friends.
Yeah, because I fucking love the songs in Mulan. Like, the only songs I really put above it, Lion King and Hunchback.
Little Mermaid, dude. Little Mermaid is up there, man. In terms of catchy-ass songs.
Oh, no, when you say catchy ass, but, like, I don't...
I mean, just overall, like good songs.
Well, I'm just saying, like, what do I look up and listen to? I don't really listen to Little Mermaid songs, but
yeah. I mean,
I'll listen to the Mulan soundtrack. Hunchback is just awesome soundtrack.
Yeah.
And Lion King had really awesome ones. Maybe every once in a while, like, some Beauty and the Beast songs will get in there.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. We're a little mixed on Little Mermaid. Like, it's just such a weird movie. Especially when you go back to watch it as an adult. It's just like,
I mean,
it's a weird movie.
I gotta say, the Renaissance had...
Oh, I mean, all of them had great music.
I think all the 4 movies in the Disney main Renaissance, my family had those soundtracks when I was a kid and used to listen to them in the car. I very distinctly remember having all 4 of them. Yeah, it's like Dave said, like, there's just some that you cannot get over. There's just...
Hercules had a pretty good one.
Yeah, Hercules is kind of iffy because it's all gospel-y.
Yeah.
So, obviously, that only so many people are going to enjoy that.
What was her name? Megara?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Her song, I Won't Say I'm in Love. Amazing song.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to add on another thing. We can't really say too much more about the music, because...
But
we have similar opinions to just about everybody on music.
But alright, we'll go into the last one.
I wanna bring up what you were just talking about. The relationships in the movies.
Yeah.
Because when you're pointing out Megara's theme, and if you, I'm gonna take a note from Ego Raptor's book here, and I gotta say, Hercules and Megara have one of the best romances of any Disney movie ever.
Yeah.
Easily, if not the best.
Let me think about this. Simba and Nala is a pretty good one, just because you recognize each other after all that time of being apart, but they don't really ever have the chance to really, like, build it up.
I mean, like
Aladdin and Jasmine is kind of a weird one, but
I don't care, because they have such a... Because basically, like, if you think about it...
I have nice shit, come with me.
Yeah, because, like, Aladdin just kind of represents everything. Like, they each represent... Yeah, they each represent what they most want in life. They just kind of personify that. It doesn't really matter, like, their personalities and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if you see the cartoon, like, they fight all the time. But...
Flynn and Rapunzel's a pretty good one, too.
Yeah.
For more recent movies, just because both the characters are so well created and really fun. Worst romances.
Worst romances. Oh god. I gotta say, Aladdin and Jasmine is probably one of my least favorite ones.
Yeah.
Any of the early princess ones. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna throw out a curveball. The Bug's Life, the protagonist. And,
that's a good one. That's a very good one.
She's just kind of an asshole to him the entire movie, and he still likes her. And only when he pretty much saves her job does she start to like him. Like, just kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, that was yeah. After he brings all the other bugs back, she starts to give him the time of day. Say, hey, you're not a total incompetent. Let's have sex.
I mean, like, granted, he is a fucking idiot.